really too old to rock and roll.
Hey, everybody. We are live on YouTube. We've got a little audience here tonight. We're going to celebrate Towns Van Zandt's birthday. It's happening on Sunday. What month is this? March 7th. We're going to ring it in this year. And tonight, starting off the show, is Mr. Tex Renner. Y'all give it up for Tex Renner.
Well, thank you for letting me open tonight, Joel. And happy birthday, Towns Van Zandt. Well, the clouds didn't look like cotton. They didn't even look like clouds. And I was underneath the weather. My friends looked like a crowd. The swimming hole was full of rum. I tried to find out why. All I learned is this, my friend: you gotta swim before you fly. And I've got two girls, one's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all my heart, and one I do not know. Two lonesome dudes on an ugly horse rode by not long ago. They asked me where the action is, and I said I did not know. As they disappeared into the brush, I heard the driver say, he's a little slow between his ears, he's always been that way. And I've got two girls, one's in heaven, one's below. Oh, one I love with all my heart, and one I do not know. Jolly Jane just lays around and listens with her mouth. She's had about a dozen husbands, and the last one just pulled out. Now who's gonna bring her dinner in the weary years ahead? Oh, all she'll get from me is just sympathy. Got no time to see she's fed. And I've got two girls, one's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all my heart, and one I do not know. It's cold down on the bow. They say it's in your mind. But the moccasins are treading ice and leaving strange designs. Cajuns say the last time this happened, they weren't here. All Beaumont's full of penguins. I'm just playing it by ear. And I've got two girls, one's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all my heart, and one I do not know. And I've got two girls, one's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all my heart, one I do not know. Oh, one I love with all my heart. Thank you. And this is actually my wife told me this is her favorite Towns Van Zandt song, but I think what she meant is favorite one that I do. I didn't tell her that Poncho and Lefty's a Towns Van Zandt song. This is called Kathleen. It's plain to see the sun won't shine today. But I ain't in the mood for sunshine anyway. Maybe I'll go insane. I've got to stop the pain. Or maybe I'll go down, see Kathleen. The swallow came and told me of her dream. She said she'd like to know just what it means. I feel like I could die as I watch her flying by. Ride the north wind down and see Kathleen. Stars hang high above the ocean's roar. The moon has come to lead me to her door. There's crystals cross the sand, and the waves, they take my hand. Soon I'm gonna see my sweet Kathleen. Soon I'm gonna see my sweet Kathleen. Thank you. And I've got one more here, right, Joel? One more? I've got got a guitar of my own. I got a quarter for the telephone. I ain't rolling down this road all alone. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. Honey, they're knocking on my door. Well, you know I'm gonna miss you when I'm gone. Ha 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 ha. Ain't got a daddy, but I got a mom. I think she lives up in Arkansas. Well, I just might roll on through there someday. It ain't like she'd really care. It ain't like she'd pay the fare. But I just might go on by there anyway. Ha 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 ha. I'm headed down to Alabama. Cause some trouble if I can. Oh, buddy, don't you want to come along? It's a place I never been, and you know I could use a friend. And they say they'll give us $20 a song. Ha 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 ha. Well, I've got a guitar of my own. I got a quarter for the telephone. I ain't headed down that highway alone. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. Honey, they're knocking at my door. Well, you know you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Buddy, don't you want to come along? Thank you.
Tex Renner, everybody.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Sit tight. We're going to switch out. Heather Little's coming up next. And be sure and donate if you can. These guys are giving up their time to hang out tonight. So there's a tip jar up front for everybody here. And there's an online links that you can click and everything. But anyway, give us a minute. We're going to switch over. Thanks.
I'm not. I'm I'm so excited. I can't believe I get to be here and see everybody and hear everybody.
Occasion to have.
Ooh, can she do it? She can, sort of. Cardinal sin.
But then tomorrow when we get up, so we party. I don't know how ready I'm ever gonna be.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody. We're
Check,
coming
check,
back
check.
real quick.
Check.
Heather Little's on stage now. She was here
check.
today mixing her new records. And I asked her to stay over and play a couple of town songs with us. So you guys give it up for Heather Little.
Hi, y'all. Just want to say I'm way out of my league here. I can't believe I get to be here and do this. Anytime I get to play here, I can't believe it. But I just appreciate y'all. And I can't wait to hear everybody that's playing tonight. I'm sorry in advance for messing up these words real bad. Loretta, she's my barroom girl. Wears them sevens on her sleeve. Dances like a diamond shines. Tells me lies I love to believe. Her age is always 22. Her laughing eyes a hazel hue. Spends my money like waterfalls. Loves me like I want her to. Loretta, won't you say to me, darling, put your guitar on, have a little shot of booze, play a blue and wailing song. The guitar sings a melody, the guitar sings Loretta's fine, long and lazy, blonde, free. I can have her anytime. sweetest at the break of day, prettiest in the setting sun. She don't cry when I can't stay, at least not till she's all alone. Loretta, I won't be gone long. Keep your dancing slippers on. Keep me on your mind a while. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Loretta, she's a barroom girl, wears them sevens on her sleeves, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I love to bleed. Her age is always 22, her laughing eyes a hazel hue, spends my money like waterfalls, loves me like a one or two, loves me like a one or two. That's such a beautiful song. I'm sorry, Towns, for messing that up, but my favorite songwriters, we were talking earlier, my favorite songwriters, I don't cover their songs. Ricky Lee Jones, Joni Mitchell, and people I've loved my whole entire life, I just don't normally play their songs. I feel like they got it done just for me and my own ears. But this song, this next song isn't a song that Towns wrote, but this song is about Towns. It was written by Jimmy LaFave when Towns passed away. It was written for Towns by Jimmy LaFave. And I love it a whole lot, and it's called Revival. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to turn it back over to y'all. Last night down Tupelo Street, all the way to the county line. I heard a sidewalk sermon and a blind man preach, written on his cardboard sign. This lamb has gone astray. Revival, revival, gonna wash my sins away. Babe, I've done everything that I know to do. You left a hole I just can't fill. And if God can forgive me, baby, you know why won't you? Then I guess you never will. Revival, revival, this lamb has gone astray. Revival, revival, gonna wash my sins away. You're my weakness and my saving grace, my salvation and my sin. I'd give anything if I could see your face, just to see your face again. Revival, revival. This land has gone astray. Revival, revival. Gonna wash my sins away. Gonna wash my sins away. Ciao.
Heather Little, everybody. Like I said, she was here working on her new record that's going to be coming out on Old Quarter Records. So be sure and go check out her stuff. Be sure and like all our stuff, Old Quarter Records, Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe, to keep up with everything that we're doing. And you'll know exactly when that record comes out if you follow us. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Make sure and hit that button. Heather Little, thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
We have Grifters and Shields coming up. Stay tuned.
All right, yeah, I'll meet that dude over there at 4 o'clock next Tuesday morning. To make sure I wasn't late, I went to this other bar till about 3:45. But it was way downtown. It stayed open, But I left out of there, and I was going around at the time in a 1981 Ford F-100 with a straight six 300 motor in it. I wouldn't call it a power plant, but it was a motor. It needed some attention. The brake booster was leaking a little bit, and the power steering pump was, needed some attention. So when I pulled into the parking lot over in front of this bar, bunch of empty, parking spots. It was a ghost town. There was one, like a 1994 Toyota Camry, parked all by itself. And I said, well, that's got to be the music business guy right there. Fancy ass car like that. So my plan was I was going to run in there in that Ford and just kind of like charge him and then power brake it and cut it and slide right up in front of him, and make an entrance, as it were. Well, remember the brake booster and the power steering pump I was telling you? So when it came time to apply a brake and cut the wheel, basically what happened is it torqued everything on the motor and just stalled it out. And I went up on two wheels briefly, settled back down, and the gas was so shook up I had air in the lines and I couldn't get it to crank back up. So I was trying not to make eye contact, and just wearing that starter out. Finally got it cranked, put my hazards on, safety third, and pulled up and backed in front of the Toyota Camry, and I got out and I said, man, I can still save this, So I got out, and our dude's still sitting behind the wheel of the Toyota in 10 and 2 position. He's looking straight ahead at me, and I kind of point to him and I say, this is for you, man. And I start playing this song, and periodically our man would check his blind spots, and I finish the song and I get done and I say, well, what do you think? Checked his blind spots one more time, and opened a door and got one leg out, so he was half in, half out, and had his head poked up between the cab and the door. He looked around, he said, you want to buy a weed eater? I said, man, I just half-ass power slid in here, played you a song that didn't exist until I put it all together, and I did a pretty good version. I remember most of the words and stuff. And when I'm done with that performance, all you got to say to me is, do I want to buy a weed eater? He said, yeah, you want to buy a weed eater? I said, well, what kind of weed eater are we talking about? Has it got them handlebars, He said, yeah, man. So he broke it out the back seat, and it was like a Echo, It wasn't a Still, but it was close, and had the handlebars and the harness and everything. And I kind of messed with it a little bit, got it running, and so I started kind of doing some light edge work there in the parking lot. That's about the time the police show up, and I instinctively dropped the weed eater. And the policeman said, what's going on here, And I said, man, I'm just trying to sell this dude a song. And the other guy said, I just want to see if this dude wanted to buy a weed eater. And the policeman said, well, what kind of weed eater are we talking about here? You got them handlebars? I said, yeah, man. So we got the weed eater back up and fired it up, and policeman finished off some of the stuff I started, you know. And he had words with the other guy. They kind of come to some agreement, I guess. He put the weed eater in the backseat of the car and drove off, and the guy got in his Camry and drove off. And I never heard how that song worked out for that young man from the valley, you know. Well, that's the way it goes when love ain't around. One minute you're up, the next you're down. All your blue skies turn to gray whenever love is gone away. Whenever love, when love ain't around. Well, that's the way it goes when love ain't around. All your dreams, they come crashing down. And every minute of every day feels like forever when love's gone away. Whenever love, when love ain't around. Now when love ain't around, your whole world
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Sounding good to me up
with
here.
no way.
Got no complaints. Check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check's weird. Thanks for being here. Happy birthday, Towns. It's great to be at the old quarter. Hadn't been here in a little while, so nice to see the place again. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, that's very, very nice. That's very lovely, Joel.
When love ain't around, whenever love,
Check, check. Hey, check, check, check. Check. Hey, check. Two, check, 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 check. Hey, microphone check.
side here.
It sounds fine.
Thank you guys for coming out, man.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, we should be good.
But and not to brag, but I ended up growing up so East Texas that I grew up on.
No,
the
I can
working
hear it
pine
plenty
tree
well.
farm.
It all sounds good to
I
us.
don't know if you guys know about pine
I'll stay
tree
out of your
farming,
wedge
but
then.
When they
All right, everybody, we're coming back with Grifters and Shills. They were here today, too, helping work on Heather's record, too. They're helping me mix and master it. So you guys give it up for John and Rebecca, Grifters and Shields.
Thank you so much, guys. It's an honor to be here with y'all.
Got a black widow spider for Mama Lord, and a diamondback rattler for Paul. Well, I got me woman down in New Orleans, got a friend in Arkansas, got a morning full of make-believe, got an evening full of time. I got the hands, pretty lady gonna make you grieve. Love ain't gonna make you mine. Ain't never seen your town before, and I won't be back again. I need me a place to hide my face behind another wind. Got the blues sewn into my jacket sleeve, got a goat skin full of wine. Pretty lady gonna make you grieve. A love ain't gonna make you mine.
door and hold your curtains wide. Take the ribbon from your hair and lay it by your side. I ain't looking for a lie to believe. My own will do me fine. I got the hands, but the lady gonna make you grieve. Love ain't gonna make you mine. I got the hands, but the lady gonna make you grieve. Love ain't gonna make you mine. I got the hands, but the lady gonna make you grieve. Love ain't gonna make you mine.
Woo! All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, y'all.
I tell you, it's an honor to be here, kicking in town's birthday celebration. How about it for Tex Renner and Heather Little before us?
Yes.
And of course, y'all got you've got Rex and Mickey coming up afterwards. Joel and Angela, thank you so much for putting this all together. Y'all please give them a round of applause.
I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Well, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People here, they treat you kind. Well, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People here, they treat you kind. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Well, it's bad news from Houston. Half my friends are dying. Oh, it's bad news from Houston. Half my friends are dying. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Oh, Lord, I'm gonna ramble till I get back from where I came. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna ramble till I get back from where I came. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my brain? I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind?
Thanks, y'all,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank y'all so very much. All right, we will leave it with one more here, guys. Thank you again so much for letting us play a few tunes for y'all tonight. And thank you guys for being here. Seriously, this is a hard time, and we appreciate everybody being here and supporting venues like this. It's a good thing. Happy birthday, TVZ. All right, let's do this one. Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold.
Hey, the wicked king of clubs awoke, and it was to his queen he turned. His lips were laughing as they spoke, his eyes like bullets burned. The sun's upon a gambling day, his queen smiled low and blissfully. Let's make some wretched fool to play. And plain it was she did agree. Since to stand in the diamonds for the heart, as trade is spade. The kings with their legions come in preparation soon made. Holy club, the day's commander, gave him an army, face and number. All but the outlaw jack of diamonds and the aces, he in the sky. Gave his 71st instruction, scared me a game of stud. Stakes unscarred by limitations, between a man named Gold and a man named Mud. Clubfield gold with greedy vapor, still his long green eyes did glow. Mud was left to the sides and trembles, watching his heart and money go. Blushes fell on gold like water tins, they paid and paid again. But the aces only flew through heaven, and the diamond jack called no man friend. Queen, some Mud's ordeal, began to think of a long-lost son. Fell to her knees with a mother's mercy, prayed to the angels, everyone. Diamond Queen, she prayed and prayed, and the Diamond Angel filled Mud's hole. Wicked king of clubs himself fell face down in front of gold. Three kings come to clubs command, but the angels from the sky to ride. Three kings up on the streets of gold, 3 fireballs on the muddy side. Club queen heard her husband's call, but Lord, that queen of diamonds drove, and the outlaw in the heavenly hall turned out to be her wandering boy. Muddy shakes and gold bed all, and Muddy raised a golden call. Smile just melted off in space. Mud turned over that diamond ace. Mud turned over that diamond ace. Here's what this story's told. You feel like mud, you'll end up gold. You feel like lost, you'll end up found. So make go, lay them raisins down.
Right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Grifters and Shields, everybody. They remembered all those words in that song. Hey, we're getting ready for the Hemorrhage Mountain Boys. They're coming up next. So y'all hang out for a minute. Let's get the stage set up, and y'all hang out. Donate if you can. Hang out if you can't. Whatever, dude. We're glad you're here on what's today, Saturday? One of those days in that week we are here, and we are bringing in Towns' birthday, and I'm glad y'all are staying up late with us. So we'll see you in a minute.
I got a picture on my desk. I got a number in my pocket. I got a picture on my desk. Well, the bulldog on the fence line, they standing still. Long as I'm breathing, I never will. I got my windows wide open, I got my hand in the breeze. Well, I'll be gone by the morning, pretty as you please. Well, I'll be gone by the morning, pretty as you please. Thank you, guys. That's the last happy one tonight, you know. So this one's for the Nighthawk. Long may he reign. I've got my peace, oh Lord. And 'cause I've got my peace of mind, peace of mind. The 10,000 black-winged birds take care in flight. They spread across my window like a battalion of night. But I won't let them bring me down. Yeah, I let them fly right on by. And let them pass as quickly, Lord. And let them pass right through my mind. Through my mind. People every day, they're living a lie. They're so damn busy chasing a dollar that they never see the light pass them by. But that'll never be me, oh Lord. Yeah, I know that I'll be fine, 'cause I do not want for a goddamn thing, as long as I've got my peace of mind, my peace of mind, peace of mind. So I found a Mississippi John Hurt record one time when I was just getting into playing guitar, and I was foolish enough to be like, well, I can do that, and I wrote this one song and then respectfully laid it aside, you know, and I'm gonna leave that to people who've not made a habit of breaking their fingers throughout their life to play. But I think I can still rip this one off. This is sort of about looking for God, and then saying fuck it and just decide to go get a drink instead, you know. It's going to the river, wash blood from my hands. I'm going to the river, wash blood from my hands. But the river was dirty with the salt of distant lands, and it smelled of death and tasted of sand. And the sun did not shine, and the birds that did not sing me. Well, I fell down at the muddy banks, my hands folded in prayer. I fell down at the muddy banks.
Well, we appreciate y'all getting up this early to come out and see us.
Cried out the name of God to the stagnant air. Well, I don't know where God lives, don't think it's around here.
Well, as the shirts say, I'm the Hemorrhage Mountain Boy. I'm sure y'all were wondering about that.
Well, that didn't work.
Where's your mask, Rex? Man, where were these masks when the Hemorrhage Mountain Boys were in our heyday? Man, we needed these things bad. We'd have been stars.
I know it's all for ugly people to get laid. But I don't know. I've gotten so lazy during the pandemic. I've been so lazy. I quit crack because I was too lazy to cook. It's too bad this isn't working yet. Is it working or is it coming out? How could they not laugh at that joke?
Check.
Hello. In 7 minutes, we can sing Happy Birthday to Towns. Are we ready? If my app gives me any crap, I'm going through the system.
Check it, check. Check 1, 2. If there's any way to get a little more monitor for the
Thank y'all. We are, yeah, I can't hear myself in the monitors. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
check.
I'm so lazy during this damn pandemic, I'll just keep telling jokes. Let me give you an example of how lazy I am. I'm so lazy I didn't even come up with an example. This microphone's not working. Oh yeah, keep rolling. Thank you, Gabe. Now Gabe knows how to talk during songs, and it's funny. How do you do that, Gabe? That's why you talk so much. No, are we ready? Okay. Well, we're waiting for our leader to give us the.
Hey. Okay, the moment you all been waiting for, the moment you stayed up past 9 o'clock for. Look, these guys are like living legends here. That's what I see. They play with so many great songwriters. Towns Van Zandt, Lucinda Williams. Who else have you guys played with? I mean, is it Lightning Hopkins? Come on, man. This is a great honor to have y'all here tonight, and I feel honored that I got to back y'all up one time on drums. I'm like, that's one of my crowning achievements of life. I got to. Oh, they're at the house, but you know. Anyway, you guys, this is what you've been waiting for. This is what we stayed up late for. The Hemorrhage Mountain Boys. Give it up.
All right. Well, we'd like to take a short break now. We'll be.
Thank y'all so much.
barroom girl, wears them sevens on her sleeve, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I love to believe. Her age is always 22, her laughing eyes a hazel hue, spends my money like a waterfall, loves me like I want her to. Well, Loretta, won't you say to me, darling, put your guitar on, have a little shot of booze, play a blue and wailing song. My guitar sings a melody, my guitar rings and Loretta's fine, long and lazy, blonde and free, and I can have her anytime. And sweetest at the break of day, prettiest in the setting sun, she don't cry when I can't stay, at least not till she's all alone. Loretta, I won't be gone long, keep your dancing slippers on, keep me on your mind a while, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. My barroom girl, wears them sevens on her sleeve, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I love to believe. Her age is always 22, her laughing eyes are a hazel hue, spends my money like a waterfall, loves me like I want her to. Oh, she loves me like I want her to. I said she loves me like I want her to. All right.
Vodka. Our table looks like we're at some hotel room. Got to tidy up, y'all. Excuse me. What are we going to do, Ricketts? Oh, shit. Columbine. Mickey has gotten older, but his voice doesn't go lower. How in the hell do you do that, Mickey?
I'm really not sure.
No, I'm serious. We've been playing together these songs for 1972, and he still does them in the same key. I'm like down 8 steps. Hey, listen, he used to do this in F, and he granted me to do it in E, a half a step down. I want to thank him. Thank you, Mickey. Fuck you, dude.
Sing loud.
Oh, God.
Tossing hair raven, eyes are flashing blue, all the living that you're saving won't buy your dreams for you. Well, cut yourself a columbine, tear it from the stem, breathe upon the petals fine, throw on to the wind. See the fiddles dancing, see 'em twirl and sing, all your pride and prancing. How much does it mean? See the petals start to fly, then come tumbling down. Hear the wind begin to cry as she sees them touch the ground. Lady like the flower fair, someday you're bound to fall, and you can find me standing there to catch you if you call. We'll toss an air raven, eyes a flashing blue, all the living that you're saving won't buy your dreams for you.
You know, one thing that's been a lot of bummers about this damn virus. Early on, I remember seeing a video of O.J. Simpson coming out of a grocery store with a bunch of house cleaning products. You don't want to see that man with a bunch of home cleaning products. Very messy killer, when you think. What are we doing next? Brand new committee. All right, sure. We do my What is the Blues thing? You know, people always come up to me, they say, hey, Rex, you got that $50 you borrowed? I said, oh, fuck, you know. I thought it was a gift, you know. I'll get with you in about 8 Sundays. You know, people, they say, hey, Rex, what is the blues? Well, the blues is when you can't find a fucking face mask anywhere. You want to go to Taco Cabana really bad, but they won't let you in. So you go to a topless bar and you buy some G-strings, you know. They say, well, we don't have any fresh ones. And you go, well, I was single at the time. I just put one on and considered it a date. I love that joker. The blues is when you wake up every morning. Me. The blues is when you go out to some really nice club, you know. Your ex-wife shows up. She's got long black hair hanging out of her left nostril, you know. Wearing Preparation H for lipstick, you know. You remember when you first met, you were laying face down on the dance floor and she looked up at you with her good eye. The blues is when you go to Las Vegas, you get a room downtown, you end up on the strip, you don't know what you've done or who you've been with. You remember drinking tequila shots at some fucking bar all night long. There's somebody beside you in bed, though. You're pretty sure you came to Vegas by yourself, so you slowly pull back the sheet. And it's Dennis Rodman. Oh, fuck. And he's the one that says, I won't tell if you don't. You go, copy that, brother. I don't know if you've ever stood face to face naked with Dennis Rodman. I wouldn't recommend it. You haven't? Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't.
That man has more facial shrapnel than a World War II hand grenade survivor. So anyway, Dennis said, hey, man, give me a ride back down to the Strip. And I said, sure, man. I rented a convertible when I realized that if you have enough piercings and you ride in a convertible, you whistle. All the way to Caesar's Palace, you know, fuck. I got a brand new companion. You know I'm gonna do it right this time. Got a brand new. Well, you know I'm gonna do it right this time. One fret ain't bad. I'm gonna track her with my body. I'm gonna trace her with my mind. She fits just like my guitar. Man, she's nearly as tall as me. Fits like my guitar. Man, she's nearly as tall as me. Arms like a rattlesnake. Legs like two willows in the breeze. You know that's right. Got a homespun disposition. Thank you. Gentle as you please. Got a homespun. Great God, gentle as you please. Arms like a rattlesnake. Our legs like two willows in the breeze. Got a brand new companion. Great God, you know I'm gonna do it right this time. Got a brand new. You know I'm gonna do it right this time. cooled me with her breathing, chases away those howling bottles of wine.
Thank you, folks.
What is the blues? What is the blues? If y'all have any requests, just fuck you. I mean, keep them to yourself is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. You can't say that on Facebook anyway. I talked to Mark about it. I call him Zuck. You know, when we get drunk, I say, "Hey Zuck, come on, let me post some more political shit on Facebook." Nope. What's next, dude?
You want to pull up the guitars?
Sure, are we done on the bass? Yeah. We'll be right back. We're going to take a little... No, we're not taking a break.
Yeah, just plug it up.
Did you know that... I don't know if people don't know, but Joel has the latest in equipment, and if you people are watching on Facebook, we can see you. Stop that. Put your pants on. Get the pants off the dog. People, you can't trust them.
By the way, you guys, that second song we did, Columbine, that was the first Towns Van Zandt song I ever heard, and I heard it from Rex Bell at the Old Quarter. He turned me on to Towns.
Oh, God, Joel, what am I going to do?
Well, you guys, we're just going to kind of see which ones we remember. It might be parts of songs. He might know part of it. I might know the other part. Neither one of us might know any of it. But we're going to give it a whirl. It is, after all, just a celebration of our good friend Towns Van Zandt. And,
God bless him so much.
yeah, God bless him. You know, he was a really good friend. He was an exceptional guy. You know, there's no doubt about that. He's a legend and left all this, you know, beautiful work behind and all that. But, you know, push comes to shove. He was our friend, you know, that we like to hang around together. And he's got all these deep, dark, you know, songs, you know, that explore the depths where nobody wants to go. And he went there and came back to tell us about it and all that kind of stuff.
Tex.
But, you know, I mean, he'd spend his time making us laugh, really.
I lost your tuner between here and the music room. It was right there on the end of this guitar. That reminds me of that Towns joke. It's right on the end of this key. I swear, when I walked up here, I had a tuner. So, fuck it, I guess I don't have a tuner. Can we do it when she don't need me?
Yeah, see? You bet.
Huh? So I got both of my shots at the VA. I think I went to the VA. They gave me this piece of paper, and the side effects were puppy breath, itchy tail, and swollen paws. I think they sent me to the damn pound.
You flat pick it and see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try this. We didn't do it this way this afternoon, but we'll see what happens.
And speaking of shots, I hear Lady Gaga's dog walker got his first. Mr. Barnum, if I can make you bow your head on a joke, that's so cool. That's a good joke. Come on, y'all. Hey, Tex, I need your help if you can help me find that. I'm serious. I lost your tuner between here. Are we ready? When she don't need me, it makes me crazy. She say rest easy, Odd, it makes me lazy when she pleased me. She pleased me all night long. My friends are leaving. She say, don't worry, they are not leaving. There is no parting. You will be lonely. I will be here with you. On wings of darkness, the light is soaring. In chains of bondage, freedom is ringing. Cling to the darkness until you turn to song. The blue shall wash me, the sun shall dry me, the world will hide me, ah, she will find me. When she finds me, she will take me home. Cause when she don't need me, it makes me crazy. She say rest easy, ah, it makes me lazy. When she please me, she please me all night long. Thank you. What you got, Ricketts? Thank you so much. Where was it? Under the desk. Well, I'm ready to wash my hands of this virus. I'm down to 15 times a day. My virus jokes aren't going over. I hear I'm so poor I can only get COVID-13. I don't know if that's true. What you got, Ricketts? You're looking on my list?
Got the list. Yeah, you go ahead and call them.
Oh, God, okay, I'm going to do the rest of them by myself. No, that's not true. Let's see. Let's see. You don't take it too bad? Sure. Switch off verses. Don't you take it too bad if you're feeling unloving, if you're feeling unfeeling, if you're feeling alone. Don't you take it so bad, it ain't you to blame, babe. It's some kind of game, babe. Out of all of this living that we've got left to do,
If you go searching for rhyme or for reason, then you won't have the time that it takes just for talking about the places you've been, babe, and the faces you seen, babe, and how soft the time flies past your window at night.
And we just can't have that girl. It's a hard, lonesome, cold world. And a man needs a woman ought to stand by his side and whisper sweet words in his ears about daydreams, roses and playthings, the sweetness of springtime, and the sound of the rain.
Thank you.
Ladies and germs, these are Townsend's finger picks. Can't believe I've been able to hold on to these. I have never held on to anything in my life, not even a wife. Speaking of my wife, hi darling, get well. She's just being real careful. She's doing good. Anyway, I've been able to hang on to these for, wow, how many years has it been? Wait a minute. It's Townsend's birthday. Let's sing happy birthday to Towns. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Town. Now stop. Don't finish. We'll finish it in a minute. Y'all remember your place. Caroline, you want to sing half of these? You want to sing half of these verses?
No, that's all right.
Ah, the name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. She come from Spencer, crossed the hills. She said her pa had sent her 'cause the cold was low and soon the snow would turn those skies to winter. She said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favors for a dime a day and a place to stay. She'd turn those hands to labor. But the times were hard, Lord. Jobs were few. All through the Tecumseh Valley. But she asked around and a job she found tending bar for Gypsy Sally. Oh, she saved enough to get back home when spring replaced the winter, but her dreams were denied. Yeah, our pa had died. Word came down from Spencer. So she turned to whoring out on the streets with all the lust inside her. And it was many a man had returned again to lay themselves beside her. They found her down beneath the stairs that led to Gypsy Sally's. In her hand when she died was a note that cried, fare thee well, Tecumseh Valley. The name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me that the sunshine walked beside her. What you got, Ricketts?
You know it, right?
No, but do it.
Yeah, it's just 3 chords.
I'll mess it up. Do it. Just do it.
Well, I used to wake and run with the moon. I lived like a rake and a young man. I covered my lovers with flowers and wounds, while after the devil would frighten. The sun, she would come and beat me back down, but every cruel day had its nightfall. Welcome the stars with wine and guitars, full of fire and forgetful. Well, my body was sharp and my dark hair clean, and outraged my joyful companion. The whispering women, how sweet did they seem, kneeling for me to command them. Time was like water, but I was the sea. I'd have never have noticed it passing, except for the turning of night into day, and the turning of day into cursing. Well, you look at me now, don't think I don't know what all of your eyes are saying. Do you want us to believe these ravens and lies? They're just tricks your brain's been a playing. A lover of women, he can't hardly stand. He trembles, he's bent, and he's broken. I've fallen, it's true, but I say unto you, hold your tongues till after I've spoken. I was taken by pride with the pleasures I'd known. I laughed and thought I'd be forgiven. But my laughter turned round, eyes blazing, and said, friends, we're holding a wedding. I buried my face, but it spoke once again. The night to the day were a blinding. And now the dark air is like fire on my skin, and even the moonlight is blinding. Now the dark air is like fire on my skin, and even the moonlight is blinding. Thank you.
Okay, remember where we were? Happy birthday to you. See, it lasted a lot longer that way. I'm going to do a second lover song. You know, people have asked me through the years what my favorite Townes Van Zandt song is. And I tell people it's sort of like trying to figure out, there are so many to choose from, it's sort of like trying to figure out Elvis's worst movie. But that's really true. But so I know we've all in our lives had our first lover, and a lot of times we've had second lover. I mean, people you're in love with, not getting laid. That doesn't count. Did I just say getting laid doesn't count? Strike that from the record. Anyway, what would you say to your second lover? Well, this is what Townes would say. You're waking next to me. Tears splash across the sun. You whisper soft to me. I ain't the only one to breathe your yellow hair, to caress your bosom fair. Do you think I really care? Do you think that it matters? What do your feelings mean? Do you think I'd love you more if you stood pure and clean from those you've known before? Would your words be sweeter then upon November's wind if you began again? Could your smile be softer? Would your eyes more brightly shine? Would your laughter be more tender? If you'd been only mine for as long as you remember, I don't want tears from you. Don't build our love on shame. All that you've done is through. All we will do remain. My lady, can't you see that I love not jealously, but for all that you are to me, and all you'll be tomorrow. You want to figure, huh? What do you want to do? How long should we play? We don't know. We're ad-libbing. We didn't do Rex's Blues.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Well, it's your turn. You do one. Do Mickey's Blues. You know, Towns would have been 77, which means I'm 76. But I read at a 78-year-old level. You know, when I was in my 60s, I worried about outliving my puppies. Then when I got in my later 60s, I worried about living my adult dogs. Now, I worry about outliving the sour cream I bought. So, you know, pretty easy. I'll go home tonight, it's still there, I'm cool. What do you want to do, Ricketts?
Let's do To Live to Fly.
I don't do that. I don't know how to play it. I'll just mess you up. You do it.
This is one from Towns' D phase. Towns went through this phase where he wrote like 5 or 6 songs right in a row in the key of D. And my theory is that he wanted to be able to move up the neck a little bit. You know, he felt kind of constrained guitar-wise, even using the capo and stuff. So in this D position, you can. By the way, he not very many people are aware of the fact that Towns wrote probably a good 70% of his songs based on guitar licks. He would play, you'd come up with these licks, and they'd come up with a verse. Then he'd sit down, he'd just pull out a index, one of those little spiral things, and write out the words for the rest of it, right? So he wrote, remember Standing?
Yes.
Standing with my head bowed down. That one.
By the way, Gabe, Mickey knows all about 2 girls, and he can explain it to you.
He wrote. Which is You Are Not Needed Now.
I hate playing guitar with Mickey here. That's why I play bass.
He wrote, let's see if I can do this lick. But he would do these licks, right, and then kind of write his songs around it.
Greensboro Woman.
So he had all these D songs, right, and this is probably the classic.
Did you meet Greensboro Woman?
Yeah, I eventually met her. Her name was BJ. She was a folk singer.
Yeah, I met her. She was cool.
The Texas Lovin' Laying on My Mind was this girl that Towns was, probably the love of his life, really. I think, he was just totally, and her name was Leslie, and she's the Texas Lovin' Laying on My Mind. It's referred to in Greensboro Woman.
She's also one of the 2 girls.
Yeah, she's the one in heaven. Leslie would be the
Leslie's
one.
the one in heaven.
Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Everything. I might need the book. Do we have it?
No, I didn't bring it.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, it's in there. It's in there. Heather.
It's,
Y'all have to excuse us. We're kind of just ad-libbing this up here, so it's a birthday party, so.
won't say I need you, babe. I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong.
Living smells. Everything is not enough.
Everything is not enough. Nothing is too much to bear. Where you been is good and gone. All you keep's getting there. Well, you're soft as glass, and I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk about and the world to lie upon. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough. Nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone. All you keep is the getting there. Well, to live's to fly low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. I'm going to sing the original verse. Well, get up now, Rex, my friend. It's time to go again. Think of all the women, men, and the picking down the line. I'll miss the system here. The bottom's low and the treble's clear, but it don't pay to think too much on things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but it won't be long. I'll be bringing back the melodies and the rhythm that I find. We all got holes to fill. Them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm. Sometimes you dig your own. But the day is yours to make, and the choice is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some toil upon the stone. Well, to live's to fly low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Yeah, shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes.
Yeah, thank you, Mick. That's true. He did use my name in that song, but then he changed it. But you know, that particular gig, we were playing up at colleges up in the East Coast, and we played an all-male college, and they bussed in all the girls from their college. And you know the song "No Deal" by you guys about getting run out of town wearing nothing but my cowboy hat. That came from that, because at the end of the gig, they count these girls really good. It's kind of like terrorists in a pen or something, you know. They really want to make sure they're all there. Well, Towns had one of them in his room, and they called an all-points bulletin for this house, and I mean, they would have arrested his ass. I ran up and I said, "Damn, you got to get her out of here now," and but anyhow, we successfully got her back to her bus, and we didn't get in any trouble. What? I don't do that one. Hey, don't harass the band. You want to put it up too? We'll do maybe "Waiting Around to Die" and Rex's Blues in a minute. Sure. We'll do how many you want? How many should we do, Joel? These people are sick of us already, I can tell. So anyway, I know people are sick of staying home and looking at Zoom and all that. But this tonight is, you know, I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel, and for God's sake, I hope it's not another train. But if you can't afford to donate something to help the old quarter get by, because it really hit a lot of people in the face really bad. And I think, obviously, live music venues, it couldn't have hit anyone any harder. So if you do have a job and you are making some money, or like if you bought silver back in last March, you might, since it quadrupled, you might want to donate a little money. If you can afford it. If you can't, that's fine. But if not, just send me cash directly to me. I'll make sure that Joel gets it. No. What are we going to do?
You want to do "Be Here to Love Me"?
Oh, we could do that. how do strings go sharp? I can understand how they go flat. It's no matter how long you've been playing the guitar, doesn't matter. Just like when you bite your tongue, no matter how long you've been eating, you still bite your tongue. You eventually reach the wrong damn tuner. Everybody does it. I bet you Paul McCartney does it. Your eyes see conclusion in all this confusion of mine. Though you and I both know it's only the warm glow of wine. Got you to feeling this way. I don't care, I just want you to stay and hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Children are dancing, gamblers are chancing their all. The windows accusing the door of abusing the wall. Who cares what the night watchmen say? Ah, the stage has been set for the play. Hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Moon's come and gone, but a few stars hang on to the sky. Wind's running free, but it ain't up to me to ask why. Poets are demanding their pay. They've left me with nothing to say. Hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. I'll make you white. Your eyes see conclusion in all this confusion of mine. Though you and I both know it's only the warm glow of wine. Got you to feeling this way. I don't care, I just want you to stay and hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Let's do it. How many more? I'm gonna do Wait Around the Dock. You want to sing one first?
That's all right. We'll just pick along. Happy as a clap.
Well, thank y'all for, I don't know how long we're going to play. We're going to do a few more songs, but sure is fun having y'all here. Y'all is so much fun to play in front of anybody live. You know, we have so many stories. I'll tell you, when I first met Towns, there was a place called Sand Mountain Coffee House in Houston. And I had seen Towns and Lightning both at a club called the Jester years before, but I became the opening act, perennial opening act for everyone at this very premier coffee house. That no alcohol, strictly caffeine and heroin. That's what Beatniks did, right? Caffeine and heroin. Anyway, so I couldn't wait to meet Towns. I knew who he was. And so this lady who was really strict about everything, we went back to the green room, and Mrs. Garrett came out and introduced me to Towns. I said, how you doing? And she left, and Towns said, do you drink? I said, sure. He opened the window, he had a gallon of wine on a rope. And we took big swigs of wine, and that little moment of rebellion kind of bonded us for a long time. It was really cool. Sometimes I don't know where this dirty road's a taking me. Times I don't even know the reason why. I guess I'll keep on gambling, lots of booze and lots of rambling. What's easier than just waiting around to die? One time, friends, I had a ma. I even had a paw. He beat her with a belt once, 'cause she cried. Told him to take care of me, headed down to Tennessee. Well, it's easier than just waiting around to die. I came of age and I found a girl in a Tuscaloosa bar. She cleaned me out, headed on the slide. I tried to kill the pain. I bought some wine and hopped a train. Seemed easier than just waiting around to die. Then a friend said he knew where some easy money was. We robbed a man, brother, did we fly. Posse caught up with me and drug me back to Muskogee. 2 long years of waiting around to die. Now I'm out of prison. I got me a friend at last. He don't drink or steal or cheat or lie. His name's Codeine. He's the nicest thing I've seen. Yeah, together we're gonna wait around and die. Yeah, together we're gonna wait around and die. We'll do a couple more. All right, we're gonna do a couple more songs, and thank y'all so much. Anyone doing Ricketts?
Let's do Rex's Blues.
Okay. Rex's Blues. That's a hell of a song. I hated that song. I mean, listen to the words. It sucks. If somebody wrote that song about you, you'd shoot him. We were playing at Castle Creek, I believe is when it was, but we were playing, and out of the blue, Town says, Rex, I got a brand new song. I just want you to step off the stage. I said, fine, I'll step off the stage. And then he sang this fucking song. Wait a minute. Well, your tuner doesn't work, Tex, worth a shit. No, Tex, your ears are perfect. This is damn tune. Just like all those metronomes I had to send back. Towns used to say, it's always the B string, didn't he? That sounded like crap. It was a lot easier when we were all on LSD and we didn't have tuners. Go ahead and play one first. Well, let's ride the blue wind high and free. She'll lead you down through misery, leave you low come time to go, alone and low as low can be. Well, if I had a nickel, I'd find a game. If I won $1, I'd make it rain. If it rained an ocean, I'd drink it dry and lay me down dissatisfied. It's legs to walk and thoughts to fly, eyes to laugh and lips to cry, a restless tongue to classify, are born to grow and grown to die. Are chained upon the face of time, feeling full of foolish rhyme. There ain't no dark till something shines. I'm bound to leave this dark behind.
Tell my baby I said so long. Tell my mother I did no wrong. Tell my brother to watch his own. Tell my friends to mourn me none.
Well, let's ride the blue wind high and free. She'll lead you down through misery, leave you low come time to go, alone and low as low can be, alone and low as low can be. What's so happy about that damn song?
Beautiful tune. The trickiest two-chord song in the history of music. Hey, Rex.
Huh?
Let me read my little thing and then we'll do Pancho.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to do one more song after Mickey reads. Oh, I got a little poem to read to, and that's it.
Hey, guys. I've just finished up a memoir about all these days. It's called Another Mickey. It'll be on Amazon. It'll be out probably in about 6 or 8 weeks. Okay, so Rex had kind of, he emailed me and said, hey, man, do you have any town stories? I'm going to do this whole night by myself, and, the first thing I thought about was was this. This is a little excerpt from the book. But fortunately, this is the first time all these years, right, when, I've been doing Towns tributes up in Austin with Butch Hancock at the Cactus Cafe, and Rex has done the Wake, and we just never were able to get together.
Thank God for COVID.
Yeah, and do one of these things. So if it was a little rough around the edges, But I did want to take the opportunity to kind of announce my memoir. I've been, kind of a labor of love and all that kind of stuff. And to read you a little thing, this is from the book, and it's about the first time that I ever heard Poncho and Lefty. You'll hear mention, just a little background. Towns and I really both loved the mountains, and we talked about it. And I think it was the spring of '72 that I told Towns that my cousin Dwayne had bought this old hotel, this historic hotel in Leadville, Colorado. And I, talked him into giving me a job, and I was going to be up in the mountains. And I'd kind of forgot about it, right? So that's where it picks up. So early one morning back at the Tabor Grand, I heard a tapping on the door of my little hotel room. Thinking it was Dwayne needing assistance with something, I hauled myself out of bed, pulled on some jeans, and opened the door. "Towns!" I exclaimed in pleasant surprise. "Come on in." Towns strolled into the room with two friends that he introduced as Daniel and Gretchen. We sat around the room with the morning sun angling in slightly from one of the north-facing windows. The traveling trio had come from Texas, where Towns has played a series of shows, and were heading to Aspen to spend the summer. Towns was looking forward to getting on his horse. He said he considered riding over Independence Pass to pay me a visit, but figured he'd drop in instead. We went downstairs to the lobby, where I introduced him to Dwayne and Betsy. I asked Towns if he'd be interested in doing an interview on a morning radio show that was DJ'd by a friend named Ben, and Towns acceded. We exited through the front lobby door, and Towns pointed to a green and white VW van parked down the block. We walked up and hopped in. There were typical travel items: maps, small suitcases, empty cans scattered about. Hung neatly in the back of on a makeshift rod, I spotted Towns' stage clothes with his square-toed boots on the floor below. Daniel cranked it up, and we headed west in the direction of Mount Massive toward the radio station at the top of a little hill above town. We pulled up to the little white frame building with the antenna in its side. "Let me go in and tell Ben you're here." I discussed my knowing Towns with Ben previously and knew he'd be happy to have him on the show. I popped my head in and announced, "Hey, Ben, I got Towns Van Zandt in the parking lot. You want to do an interview?" Ben, never one for overstatement, replied, "Sure. I got some of his albums right over there. Pick out a song and I'll play it. Then get him in after the news at the station break." I thumbed through the record rack and found the Kitchen album. "Play this one," I suggested, pointing to side one, track 4, "Don't Take It Too Bad." "I'll let Towns know." I went back out to the parking lot where Towns already had his D35 out and was tuning up. I told him the game plan, then asked, "Got any new tunes?" "Yeah," he replied, "I've got a couple." Towns was always eager to play his new songs for friends and audiences, seeing that as part of his identity as a rambling troubadour. He positioned his guitar, put on some finger picks, clapped his capo on the first fret, and began picking and singing a song about being on the road. After one verse, however, the song morphed into a ballad about two bandits from the Mexican border who had a violent parting of ways. The beginning of the song I recognize as purely biographical. Towns was always candid about his propensity to come into Houston and quickly pick up a heroin habit. He knew by his telling that his safety net was getting back on the road and pulling up. He once recounted having to apologize to an audience at the University of North Texas for his less than stellar opening night of a 5-night stint. "Sorry, folks, it'll get better as the week goes on." But the song alluded in the first verse that alcohol was ever present. Your breath's as hard as kerosene. Towns was not the only son in his family, being a few years older than his brother Bill. The reference to his mother who sank into his dreams certainly reflects his disconnection from his family's Southern aristocratic background. Towns tried to maintain his ties with his mom. When he would return to Houston, he would always do three things in short order: see his friends, see his mom, and score some dope. It was shortly before this trip to Colorado when he combined the last two by overdosing in his mom's River Oaks townhouse. It was Daniel who found him non-responsive and got him to the emergency room in time to save his life. I thought at the time and still maintain that he had written the first verse, had it on the back burner, and then couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it. But it certainly came into stunning use as a segue into the story of the outlaws Pancho and Lefty. It was not his first foray into Western ballads. Tecumseh Valley, St. John the Gambler, and the haunting ghost story, Our Mother the Mountain, come to mind. Towns was and considered himself a poet. He was, if you'll excuse the expression, well-versed in a myriad of forms and devices of Western-themed writers. Robert Service's The Shooting of Dan McGrew was one of his favorites, and he was a fan of Louis L'Amour's Old West tales. Towns would always claim in a mock origin of the song story that Pancho was inspired by Billy Graham and the Guru Maharaji. And many critics have attempted to find the hidden inspiration or metaphorical meaning of the song. I would maintain that he simply made up a good story, albeit sophisticated, nuanced, and open to interpretation, and expertly set it to song. Towns finished the song about the bandits, then moved his capo to the 4th fret. He began fingerpicking a great roll out of G position. I loved how natural and fluid the sound was on his beautiful D35. The song was an elegant but simple love ballad without a chorus or bridge, about commitment. He would later claim that he'd written If I Needed You in his sleep, woke up and recorded it word for word. I have no reason to dispute that, but he told me he did make one change at the recommendation of Kevin Eggers. She lowed like a cow was changed to Ladies With Me Now. It was graceful, layered, and textured, but much like Towns himself, tinged with hesitation and doubt. Towns said he had one more, but it took an orchestra to do it. I can't remember him ever performing the Silver Ships of Vandalar live, but it's an incredible piece of work. After he had played his 2 new songs, we saw Ben waving at us from inside the studio. Towns went in and did a concise professional interview and played Pancho. It was inspiring for me to see my friend at the pinnacle of his career in songwriting. He created new work that brought all of his talent, insight, dedication, and inspiration to bear. His career and personal life were to encounter unfortunate and tragic turns. But on a crisp, cool summer morning, performing his worth beneath the stunning backdrop of Colorado's Mount Massive, Towns Van Zandt was free and clean.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to do this one song, then we're going to close with Pancho and Lefty, a sing-along. I want to thank...
Cheery little ditty.
I want to send this song out to heroin. That's sniffling, sneezing, scratching, steal your neighbor's shit so you can get another fixed medicine. I don't know, if it wasn't for heroin, Townsend and I might not have grown so close. Well, hey, mama, when you leave, don't leave a thing behind. I don't want nothing. I can't use nothing. Take care into the hall. And if you see my friends, tell them I'm fine. I ain't using nothing. Almost burned out my eyes, threw my ears down to the floor. Didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. Stood there like a block of stone, knowing all I had to know, and nothing more. And friends, that's nothing. It's brothers, our troubles are locked in each other's arms. You'd better pray that they never find you, 'cause your back ain't strong enough for burdens a double fold. They'll crush you down into nothing. Being born is going blind, bowing down 1,000 times, echo strung on pure temptation. Sorrow and solitude, these are the precious things and the only words that are worth remembering. So hey mama, when you leave, don't leave a thing behind. I don't want nothing, I can't use nothing. Something like that. All right, we're gonna do one more sing-along. Pancho and Lefty, and everybody's welcome to sing along, please.
By the way, nothing in the what I did earlier, Rake Towns wrote after he read The Last Temptation of Christ. That was the inspiration for those two.
He wrote a song about heroin after reading that.
Well, it's not entirely about heroin. I mean, that's part of it.
Mickey's so deep, I hate it. I like songs like Don't Worry, Be Happy, you know, something you can get your mind around. If when you hear me missing notes, that's Towns when he was drunk with these finger picks. When I play really good, that's me. Feel free to sing along. Living on the road, my friend, gonna make you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into her dream. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Sing with me. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. Dusted poncho bit down south, it ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Poncho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho felt. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. Desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Oh, now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Thank y'all.
All righty.
Good, Mickey.
All right, Hicks. That was fun.
Happy birthday, Towns.
Thank you, Towns, for all you left.
I'm telling you, man. It was really, 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 really nice.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out. Thanks to Heather Little, Tex Renner, Grifters and Shields, and the Hemorrhage Mountain Boys, man. We'll see y'all next time. Happy birthday, Towns.